First at 5, fear and chaos this morning as several schools across Memphis went on lockdown following reports of online threats of violence. Now, those threats were posted on social media. As time went on, more and more threats appeared online to those schools.
Now, there has been a stark increase in school threats across the country. Today's threats only add to a growing list. This map shows the schools that were on lockdown. That's Southwind High, Germantown High, Overton High, Craigmont High, and Ridgeway High.
Parents frustrated tonight for what they call MSCS's lack of response to those events. We're glad you joined us tonight at 5. I'm Rudy Williams.
And I'm Pepper Baker. Now, some tell us they only found out when they received texts and calls from their children, others through social media. Our Scott Mattis is live at Southwind. And Scott, what do we know about these threats?
Well, good evening to you, Pepper and Rudy. Breaking news right now. Within the last 30 minutes, Dr. Fagans, the superintendent with the Memphis-Shelby County School System, held a press conference, and she just announced that 3 people have been detained. This in reference to the Whitehaven High School threat that was made online earlier this morning. Now, I can also tell you, of course, we're live here at Southwind High School where there was also a threat. Now, that person posting online that they were going to hurt at least 30 people, also posting that post with an AK-47 style weapon. Now, I can also tell you that that person posting to social media said that they had 2 guns, and they also claimed that this was all going to go down around 10 minutes after 12 o'clock noon, specifically referencing lunchtime here at Southwind High School. Now, as you can see, the parking lot is empty, but this is a stark contrast from how everything appeared and looked earlier this afternoon. Now, Southwind High School was the first to go on lockdown this after threats were made around 7:20 this morning. Now, shortly after the social media posts broke online, parents across Shelby County started rushing to their children's respective schools to see just what was going on. While Southwind was on lockdown, a few hours later, Shelby County Sheriff's Office said around 10 o'clock in the morning, someone contacted Memphis, Shelby County schools and made threats against Ridgeway High School. Students there then went on lockdown. A shooting threat on social media for Craigmont High School also sent students and staff there onto lockdown. Now, I spoke with a student at Southwind High School who says they were left in the complete dark by the school about what exactly was even happening here.
It was my 3rd period. I went to the gym and everyone just ran into the back gym and they just told us to stay there and sit on the ground. And all the kids were surrounded the walls, just sitting down. We don't know what was happening. They wasn't telling us nothing unless we was just seeing updates of threats back to back. That's all we.
So you're getting your information basically on social media?
Yes, that's all we had.
All right, back out here live at Southwind High School in southeastern Shelby County. Now, that poster who was making at least several of these posts online this morning said at one point this afternoon that they were not at the school, but they were watching from a short distance away and that police could not save anyone. Now, as we know, there have been no injuries as a result of these threats. I can also bottom line this for you once again, Pepper and Rudy. Dr. Fagans with the Memphis-Shelby County School System said just moments ago that 3 people have been detained. This in relation to the threats against Whitehaven High School. Of course, this is still a developing story. Stay with ABC 24 News for the very latest. Live in southeast Shelby County, I'm Scott Mattis.
A very terrifying situation. Scott, thank you. Now, as we stated earlier, parents were not notified, or they tell us they were not notified of any of the lockdowns. They found out through social media or from their children.
Those parents are frustrated with MSCS's lack of communication when it comes to their children. Just last week, parents weren't notified of early dismissal because of Tropical Storm Francine, and now this. During last night's school district meeting, Superintendent Dr. Marie Fagans said she will improve the district's communication to parents. That's after much criticism. She said MSCS has met with Memphis Police and the Shelby County Sheriff's Office to review how the district can be more proactive to those sorts of threats. Now, MSCS just wrapped up a press conference with MPD and the Shelby County Sheriff's Office. Dr. Fagans says it's important for parents to understand when threats like this happen that the school is the safest place for the children to be.
It's important that we keep all lines of communication open. That includes our phones, as well as social media and any other method of communication possible. Please avoid resharing posts where possible to assist authorities.
Now, it's important to note here that Fagan says plans are for school to resume as normal tomorrow.